So if you pay any attention to my blog or my YouTube channel at all, things I highly encourage you to never ever do. You might recall an evening where I got quite stoned and I played this broken NES. Plays fine, graphics are all fucked up, but in a very consistent way. The whole point is I was going to fix it in the end, and here I am fixing it. And knowing that the graphics were fucked up, the first thing I checked out was the video subsystem. So here we've got the PPU, we got some addressing chip, and the VRAM. So what I did is I went through with my little logic probe, and I checked out all the pins. All the pins on the PPU are fine. The ones that are high, the ones that are supposed to be low are low, and the ones that are supposed to be strobing were strobing. Same for the address chip. And then I went to check the VRAM, and we're all good until we hit that guy right there. I've got it hooked up to this. It's fine. As you can see, nothing. Neither high nor low. That pin's floating, which means it's not hooked up to jack shit. Now, looking at the schematic and the underside of the board, you can trace this. It goes through the other side, comes back up through this via right here, which is also dead, which you may not be able to see. And once again, yeah, looking at the schematic, I traced it back to pin 30 on the PPU, which is an address line. I've got green hooked up to that. As you can see, that is high. And these two pins are hooked up directly, which means there's some fucked uppery going on. Oh, they're hooked up directly, as you can see by the graphic I'm now putting on the screen. That's that. I'll flip this off. Hopefully the focus will be okay. I don't know if you can tell. It's a little hard to tell even in person, but this shit is gross. Dang, it is gross as sin. It's the worst. So, there's pin 1. Nah, it's pin 40. There's pin 21. And let's see. We want pin 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's pin 30 right there, and it's just gross as shit. And this is supposed to hook all the way up down to, let me see, that guy right there. And if we turn this back on, there's my logic probe. Poke that. Bam! A whole lot of nothing. It's fucking dead. So my plan is to clean up this shit. I have a hunch that a dead trace is going to show up. And then we shall return. So we're back. I just spent the last minute cleaning this. That shit's gross. It's nasty. It's fucking disgusting. I don't even know what that is. It's like some earwax. I have a hunch it might be flux. I don't know. That would imply that somebody tried to fix this once before. Also, that last shot was probably horribly out of focus when I flipped it over. C'est la vie. So yeah, I just rubbed that down with some alcohol, and these traces are not looking so hot at all. In the slightest. Let's see, we got... No, am I going the wrong way? Oh, God. Spatial stuff. It's not my strong side. Oh, no, it's the top side. Okay, so focus. Good enough. So that's 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 30's looking pretty gross. this trace up here isn't looking so great either, but it looks like that's just on the solder mask. I might be able to get away with that. So what I'm going to do, you know, let's trace that out. Was that 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? That one looks like it's, yeah, there's like a flat out nick there. It may have been from when I just nicked it though. So what I'm basically going to do is I'm going to solder this pin here to that pin right there, or maybe this pad right here, and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I've doused those pins. I've got an open container of alcohol. I'm liable to Hackman this all over the place. Let's cap that before I spill it. Cool. As I was saying, yeah, I've fluxed up the shitty pin. I'm gonna put some solder on there. Kind of like pre-tin that, and I put some on this pad over here. Let's add some solder there. Righteous. Let's make a hack out of this. Soldering. It's not my strong suit. That's why I'm in software development. Oh, I just broke the wires off. All right. Let me restrip this. I don't know why anybody needs to buy wire strippers when you've got fingernails. I just clipped mine too. Let's try it again. Honestly, I probably need more solder on this. Boop! Done. So, get this guy over here. Boop! Also done. Fucking fantastic. All right, let's get the edge connector on that and give it a whirl. Oh God. So I just did all that while the machine was still turned on. It's probably very dead. We'll find out in a moment, shan't we? So I've added the cart connector back on. I'm gonna make sure that this actually still does a thing. Should be a gray screen. Gray screen means, in theory, I haven't fried it. Big test is, of course, just in case, you know. Push that down. Press power. Still gray screen. Doesn't necessarily mean jack shit. I've had lots of problems with various cartridges. Also, I don't have the card connector on there, right? I had Double Dragon was showing earlier, so let's give that a try. I don't really need to blow. I referred this pin connector. But you know, it's whatever. It's mighty possible I've destroyed this machine. You know, let's go ahead and add the springy guy back. So my camera's a fucking bitch, and it decided to stop filming of its own accord, which it does sometimes. I'm gonna replace it one of these days, you piece of shit. But got a card in. I turned it on. There was graphics on the screen, which means it wasn't dead, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what I saw. Blank screen. That looks like it's fixed to me. Yeah, that sure looks like Super Mario Brothers. Number 3, the best of the Mario Brothers. Holy fuck, I did it. Oh my God. Look at that, look at that. Now, the cliche remark of, you know, I'm going to put a link in the description below to me playing this all fucked up, but there was a bad trace, and I fucking found it. Look at that, look at how gorgeous that is. I am beside myself. That is pretty bitchin' right there. Oh my God. Well, if you've made it this far, God bless your soul. There is indeed a heaven. You're going there, my friend. Yeah, that's all. Thank you very much.